We're live at Breakbulk Europe in Rotterdam, and I'm with Ryan from Blue Water. Ryan, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Good to be back in business with Blue Water.
Yes, I said actually a couple of times yesterday, people were asking me, I hope never to do gardening leave again, because...
Did it drag a bit?
It dragged. I'm not so good with my own company. I like to be around other people. So it's good now to be in the new home and among new friends. So that's really good. So yeah, I wouldn't want to do that again, and hope the next 24 years are at this company. So yeah, looking forward to the future.
So I think you spent all or most of your career at DHL.
Yeah, I mean, I joined a small crating company when I left school. I was there for about a year and a half, and then I moved into forwarding. That's actually got me into it, because we were moving a lot of, or packing a lot of cargo, heading out to DRC, Angola, places that I was like, okay, this sounds quite interesting. Yeah. A lot of the work we did was for PAM projects, and that got me interested in forwarding, and that's when I joined DHL and as a trainee, and then worked my way into the projects team. And
So tell us why now was the right time for you to make a move.
Look, I think it was a good time for Blue Water. Firstly, some changes kind of happened. Thomas took over now as the group CEO. So from that perspective, it was my coming forward was good timing for them. So it was my decision to leave DHL. I want to work in a company and in an organisation where I have the free rein to make decisions that I want to make and set the direction. I can do that here, and I was struggling to do that in my previous role. For a long time I could do that, but towards the end I couldn't. So I took the decision, right, okay, you want to do this and you're being restricted in some way, maybe you can go and do it somewhere else. So excited to be at Blue Water, found that kind of environment. So a really nice culture, very entrepreneurial, great team of people that really want to do well in this space. And I think there's a big opportunity for us. So
we haven't said your title, so tell us exactly what your role is and what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm Chief Operations Officer for the Energy, Ports and Projects business. So anything that's not our standard global forwarding, transport and logistics business sits in my kind of wheelhouse somewhere. But what we're really going to focus on moving forward is two kind of clear verticals. One in our ports business, and the other in projects. So port services, port agency. We have an installation company, actually do some onshore turbine installations called Blue Water Energy Services. We're kind of ring fencing that all together and focusing how can we improve, develop, spread our footprint in port services outside of Denmark and Germany, where we're quite strong. And then for projects, right, we're really going to go after big capital projects across all of the different industries, use a lot of the experience and credibility I think we have as a company to try and step into the space where maybe some others have left. So another Danish company acquires many, and I think that opens the door for some to maybe step into the project logistics space, and that's really what we want to do.
And you're growing the team. You've had some new hire announcements recently.
Yes, so a couple of people that I used to work with, a couple of other people externally are joining in the next couple of months, which I can't announce just yet, but we are expanding the team, we're growing the team, we're also developing our current team, so people are taking other roles in the organisation and supporting from a leadership perspective. We've got a great academy in Blue Water, so we have a lot of young people coming in and finding roles within the organisation. But yeah, we're investing in some key areas. We're not everywhere. We want to be stronger and more focused on projects going forward, and to do that you need stronger, more focused people to help you drive that. So yeah, I think we're building a good team.
But it's quite interesting talking to you guys, because it doesn't just seem to be about moving project cargo. You're actually involved in different other services, some of the projects you've got around the world, NEOM, things like consulting. Is that an area that you're increasingly looking at, where you can add value that's not just moving cargo from A to B?
Yes and no. I think that, to use the NEOM example, I would prefer to have Blue Water there running the port rather than training other people to run the port. So I don't think the opportunity was quite there at that time. We've got a lot of experience in a lot of different areas. We're quite niche in some places, and we want to we recognise that, and we want to kind of emphasise that as well to customers. But from a pure consultancy perspective, I would say no, that's not a focus. But what we do want to do is kind of use that good experience in these in quite individual areas. That's not the same for every other project forwarder, to see how we can boost that going forward.
But getting hold of the cargo is always the priority. That's
Cargo's king. So we want more cargo. We have a very busy chartering department. We have a very, very busy freight department. But we want to feed the funnel, make them busier. And as I say, cargo's king.
And you guys are investing a lot in sustainability. I had a quick look at your sustainability report. Interested to know, the question always is, are customers willing to pay the premium for more sustainable shipping services? Or do they just want the cheapest rate? What are you seeing there? Is it starting to change?
I'm not seeing that it's starting to change, really. There's obviously a big drive and a big discussion around it. But in the market that we're in currently, the capability and the price are the two drivers, the two biggest drivers that I see. So are you capable of doing it from a technical perspective, and then where are you from a commercial perspective? So I think some of our customers do want to partner with providers who have a sustainability agenda, and that's a key criteria for them. But I'm not seeing so many wanting to pay the extra premium for a different service that's more better for the environment.
They want to see that, but price is still going to be keen anyway.
They want you to do that, but pay the same amount. So yeah, but we can't swallow that. We can't swallow that cost. Our carriers can't swallow that cost. I think at the end it always comes down to the shipper or the owner. And in the market that we're in at the moment, I don't think it's really being pushed too much.
And I also read in your sustainability report that safety remains a major consideration. What are the major issues you see around safety, and what can you do to address them?
Look, we do have quite a diverse range of services. We have a couple of hundred people with blue collar workers in the ports in Denmark. So training, control, reporting is hugely important to make sure that kind of business remains safe. And then we're moving massive pieces of freight and cargo around the world as well. So we have a big drive on safety. I think just how every company should. And we're using the data that we get to make sure that we're doing things better. I think we've got some areas where we can improve from that perspective. But we also have, like in the port services area, we moved, I think 20,000 components in the port, 250,000 work hours, all incident free. So we're 2 years LTI free. We've got a big focus on that. And as I say, that's quite difficult to control. So you have external workers and that kind of thing. So if we can do it there, then we should be able to do it everywhere.
And finally, looking ahead, what will success look like for you? What do you want to achieve? What are the priorities, and how will you know whether you've done a good job?
We have something at Blue Water called Best in Town. And that came from Kurt, the owner. The company was formed in Denmark, in Esbjerg, and he wanted to be best in town. And what I want to be from a projects and ports perspective is best in town. So how do we get to a point where our customers are looking and saying, right, we want some help on this project. We want to do a feasibility study. We want to bid some work. That Blue Water is the company that they're coming to and asking for that support. Because if we're doing that, then we're one of the best around. So that's really the aim.
And in terms of countries, markets, or sectors, what looks most exciting, interesting to you at the moment in terms of projects?
We have a lot going on in North America at the moment. A huge amount in data centers and that area, which is booming. Really, everyone wants more data. Everyone needs more energy. I think Asia for us and Oceania have been the kind of standout region. We have it split within Blue Water, so it's not an APAC region, it's Asia and Oceania. Huge in the mining, huge in FPSO logistics. I think what we want to do is continue to push the industries and the sectors where we're strong and we've got track record and credibility, but then bring in some new ones which maybe give us a bit more diversity when things are not so up and down. So we'll kind of double down on the areas where we're doing well, and then look, Middle East and Africa, for example, is a region where we've not got the biggest footprint, and we're not going to be able to compete with some other companies. So let's not focus on that for now. Let's focus on the areas where we are strong and where we think we can develop strong faster.
And what's the sentiment you've picked up at the show so far? People positive?
Yeah,
Feeling good?
Lots of positivity. I mean, it was a hugely busy day yesterday. We had a great event at our stand that was well attended, and yeah, lots of positivity. So both from a market perspective, but also to us as a forwarder. So yeah, I'm excited about the future.
Ryan, all the best. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Cheers.